Well, hey, welcome to DeCENTRAFIVE. This is the show where we try to take 5 minutes to go through 10 questions with 0 edits. Our special guest today is Dr. Jeremy Williams with Aspen NFT on Twitter. Great to have you, Doc.
Hey, Jason, thanks so much for having me. Really excited to be here today. And I'm going to try to honor the protocol. I'm going to try to keep it concise. I know you said it's okay if it goes over the 5 minutes, but I want to try to nail it today.
That'd be cool. It's fun. It's a fun challenge. And every guest I have, that's what they typically say is, I'm gonna do it.
And then it doesn't happen, but I'm going to try. Let's see what happens.
We're going to try to get it done. There we go. All right. So first question, prediction for the Bulls in the playoffs. Can they get past Giannis?
No, they're not going to get past Giannis. They're going to get worked in 5 or 6. Lonzo getting hurt for the year was the dagger for this team. He adds a lot defensively. And he's that corner 3 guy. And the Bucks have just owned us like the Packers have owned the Bears. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's not going to be pretty. I'm still here supporting, but I don't have faith that we're going to get to a game 7 or win this series.
I feel you. All right. One thing you miss and one thing you don't miss about K-12 public school.
Obviously, the thing I miss is just that watching kids develop and grow and get older and seeing kids make progress and make meaningful connections in school. I miss that. There's a lot of things I don't miss though, to be honest with you. I like the ability to work remotely. I like the ability to travel. I like the fact that I'm really doing something that I believe in. And I think that for me, COVID was a huge opportunity to reform education, and we're just doing the same stuff that we did before. And so for that reason, I'm out, as Mark Cuban would say. I'm really excited to be in the space I'm in now.
I love it. So speaking of that space, in order for blockchain tech and everyday usage to go mainstream, the public must be educated on what 3 things?
Oh man, that's a great question. They have to unlearn some things first. When I started teaching blockchain to kids in 2017, as a school principal, I teach 1 class a week. People equated blockchain to Bitcoin at the time. So, anytime I would talk about blockchain, they would talk about Bitcoin. And my point, there's a lot of other interesting use cases for blockchain technology that will be more disruptive than cryptocurrency would be. And so I think unpacking some of the terms that we throw around and getting clear on language would be my first suggestion. Second suggestion would be, let's talk globally about the need for decentralized finance first, and why some countries that are lesser developed could really benefit from that sort of financial structure. And then third, I would go into broad use cases for blockchain technology, supply chain, NFTs, and really try to avoid NFTs as the center of that conversation and move toward blockchain and DeFi as the starting point. Because I think if you can really do a good job conceptually there, you can then get to NFTs in a way that makes more sense than an ape picture or something else where it is right now.
Absolutely. Helps people see the utility of it, for sure. So, hey, one thing your PhD taught you.
Oh, I remember the first paper I wrote in my program. I would not describe myself. Educators by trade are not scholarly writers. Like, we're a lot of opinion people, and we'll throw some data that suits our needs. And I remember my first paper I turned in to my professor. He said, "I don't care about your uninformed opinion." And I said, "Whoa, can I do this? I am in a different universe, different galaxy." And the reality is that you can really do anything if you just put the time in. Like, that's what I took away from it. It seemed impossible, and it wasn't. And so I don't really view anything other than being a male model. I don't think there's anything out there that if I didn't put the time in, it doesn't matter what I do with this face. It's not going to matter, Jason, in terms of being model features. So other than that, I feel like, if I want to run a marathon, I can put the time in and run a marathon. And if I want to, make 1,000 episodes, I can do that. But it's just about, are you willing to put in the time?
I love it. So sell people on why they should listen to the NFTeach and on-chain gaming podcasts.
Oh, wow. I think one thing that's unique about me is educational background, 1, and 2, I don't have a lot of bags. Like, I don't have a lot of NFTs. I don't buy a lot of NFTs because I'm a chicken and I'm risk averse, 1. And so when I'm talking about a project or a phenomena that's happening in the space, it's not from this like Farouk style, let me get you to buy what I have so my stuff is worth more money. There's only one real project I'm heavy in, and I'm out of Top Shot. So from that perspective, like I'm really just trying to, share information with people, and help people feel like, no one explains what staking is. Yeah. And no one wants to ask what that is either. And you don't want to just chance it to Google. So I'm hoping to demystify the space for people and make it a little more approachable for people that aren't used to Web3 tech, etc.
That's solid. So convince me that Chi-Town pizza is better than NYC pizza.
I can't, because it's not. New York City pizza is better in every way. Chicago style pizza is a pie. It is not even a pizza. I love the foldability. I agree with
you, by the way.
I love the foldability of New York City pizza. I love it. I think it's great. I love to eat it. I love that in New York City, you're never more than a block away from a slice at any hour of the day. That doesn't happen in Chicago. So New York City pizza, greater than Chicago style pizza. You heard it here first.
I love it. I love it. All right. Aspens beta launch, April 29th. How can anyone have fun growing their portfolio with Aspen, which is the tagline on your Twitter bio?
Yeah. So what we're aiming to do is give people better experiences and have that better experiences combined with better analytics lead to better markets. And one of the things that's really unique and interesting about Aspen, there's a lot of things unique and interesting about it, but our transaction fee will be much lower than the other NFT trading platforms. You'll have this ability in not in short order to like manage your entire portfolio across multiple wallets in one location, which is great. But I think the other part that people don't really get is that we're going to be bringing financial services to be able to trade on our platform due to our background in legal technology. So there's going to be a lot of money in wallets that have not been able to trade NFTs, having the ability on our platform to trade, which is going to give projects and creators the opportunity to make markets in their project without using the same 150,000 wallets, which is why everyone's getting tired right now across the space. So the play to earn dashboard is obviously great. I'm a huge gamer, so I love that. That's probably the area of NFTs I'm most bullish on. And that's where I've spent the most money too. So I believe in that. But yeah, there's a lot of things to be excited about, and we're going to build it with the community and make sure that we're really building a product that serves the people who use it. So I'm excited.
I love that. It makes it usable more than just a piece of art, which is obviously NFTs are not just that. But anyway, all right. So fill in the blank. The Bears must do blank to move to the next level as a team.
They have to be bad. They have to not pretend that they're not bad. They are a bad team. And we saw what the Bulls did with good leadership and good management. In a year, they were able to build a competitive team. They had to have still that crappy year last year where like Zach LaVine was doing everything. And then they traded for Vooch and it still wasn't very good. It didn't like, they're going to have that year this year. And I'm a season ticket holder. I'm invested in the long haul here, but I don't want them to win 12 games this year. I would much rather them build around Justin Fields, give him some weapons, actually suit his play calling or give play calling that's good for his game, let him develop and grow. And that should be the goal for this year. And then we'll have a lot of cap space for next year. If you want to try to make a run at the NFC North next year, that's fine. I think we've seen the video go viral yesterday of Aaron Rodgers rifling the ball at a child. He is a punk, and I can't wait for him to retire. But until then, I mean, I just think they have to be bad to be good. That's what I hope for them this year.
I hear you. I hear you. All right. So why does community matter so much to the success of a business in the coming Web3 world?
Yeah. We throw the word around a lot, and I worry that at some point it's going to sort of lose its meaning or its stickiness. But I think, at its core, you're in a position where in Web3 and in the NFT space that in DAOs, the whole point is that people have votes and they have say and they have the ability to take greater action than they could before. And so it's not really about transmitting to people, and like it was in the Web 2 world, like YouTube is a transmission platform. Like that's not what this is about. And why I know it's happening is I was just interviewing the VP of digital marketing. Her name is Tressie from Chipotle. And she never she said the word community every time. She never mentioned customers. She never, like, it was community. And so if you're looking at like Fortune 500 brands and they're recognizing the need to make that paradigm shift, like I feel like it's a good leading indicator that like there's something to it. So, it's a reciprocal relationship in a community. A community doesn't require a leader. A community doesn't require it to be formed. It can be formed by the community itself. So there's a lot of autonomy within that structure that I think is shared with the ethos of Web3.
I love that. Last question, and we ask it to every guest. Who would you suggest that we bring on to Decentrify?
Is it one person or can I list several people?
You can list several, yeah.
Anorak is a definite must. He cashed out a Top Shot with $1 million, and his story is really interesting in the space in general. I feel like Edis and Brett from Etched, who they're trying to create the charity layer to NFTs, would be really good for you. Edis and Brett, I should say, not Edis. And who else? Obviously, I feel like Complete Ang, Casey Kuhlman, our CEO, would be really good on here too. So that's just a few, but there's so many interesting people in the space that I'm sure you have a guest list that's raring to go. And I got to say that the format of this is really fun. So I'm looking forward to be a consumer of Decentrafy as we go and as this thing grows. So thanks so much for having me today.
Oh man, it is a joy, Doc. Thanks so much for being on, and I appreciate that encouragement. And thanks for the shows that you do. I've listened to a couple of your episodes, and we'll continue to do that. Thanks for the presence that you have in this space.
I appreciate it, Jason. Thanks so much, man.